This week, we are learning and exploring odd and even numbers. As you can see, I have a pile of my counters here. And we can tell whether this number is odd or even by trying to make groups of 2 or equal groups. So we are going to see if this is an even number of counters that I have. I'm going to put them into groups of 2. Let's find out. What do you think? Are they in equal groups? I would agree. I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So we can say that 12 is an even number because they are in groups of 2 and the groups are equal or even. Would you say that this is still an even group? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10? Yep, I would agree. 10 is an even number because we can make groups of 2 or 2 equal parts with no leftovers. How about this one? We have 9 counters. Do you think 9 is even or odd? Did you say odd? You are right because 9 is an odd number because we have 1 left over. There are not equal groups of 2. So we can say that 9 is odd. Even, odd. Even, odd. Even, odd. Even, odd. How about that? They alternate, don't they? I want to tell you that in your book, this Ready Math book, there will be a game that you can play at home. This is called an odds or evens activity. And what you're going to do is you're going to take 30 small objects, maybe pieces of cereal or pennies, buttons, anything small at home. And then you need a bag. So what you're going to do is you have this little chart here, odds or even game that you're going to have to fill in. What you're going to do is you're going to reach your hand in and take a handful of whatever your object is. And then you're going to put them and count them and put them in to equal groups of 2, or see if you have 1 left over for an odd number. Count them up, write your number, and then circle whether you think if it's odd or even. You can keep playing too if you want. You can make up your own chart. So that's a fun little activity that you can do. And it's on page 28 because we're starting lesson 4 this week, exploring even and odd numbers. So today, in our instruction book, in our Ready Math book, we are going to be exploring odd and even. Let me grab my page, and you're going to need to turn to page 25. Right here. So we were just using our counters to help us figure out even and odd numbers. And I was making groups of 2 to tell if a number is odd or even. We know that it's even if we can have groups of 2 with no leftovers. This is an odd number because we have 1 left over. We made groups of 2 and 1 is left over, so we could say that 5 is odd. We can say that 6 is even. Try making 2 equal groups to tell if a number is even or odd. A number is even if you can make 2 equal groups. 3 and 3, that's 2 equal groups. Each group has the same amount. So we could say 6 is even. It is odd if we can't make 2 equal groups. We have a group of 3 and a group of 2. They're not the same. So we would call this group odd. Now we're going to reflect about that, and it says to work with a partner. You could do that with somebody at home. You could do that with a brother or sister, mom or dad, and talk about this. Is 9 an even or odd number, and why? Do you remember what we were just doing with our counters? You could get your counters out and you could show 9 and see if you can put them into 2 equal, even groups. You could draw it. Six, 7, 8, 9. Well, I can see that I have a leftover, don't I? And I have 9 counters and I have a leftover. So is 9 an even or an odd number? It's odd. And why is it odd? Because there is 1 left over. So we call that odd. Okay? Now, on page 26, you're going to tell if a number is even or odd. The words are right there. I'm not going to do this page for you. I want you to do this now. And you're going to either write the word even or write the word odd right on this line. You also have to circle groups of 2 and tell if it's even or odd. Circle groups of 2, tell whether it's even or odd. Show whether you can make 2 equal groups. Then tell if the number is even or odd. And you have these 2 to do. Okay? All right, have fun, friends. Don't forget to play that game. See you soon in Zoom.